All right, y'all, let's get into today's daily drip. And it's Thursday, aka Jupiter Day, December 18th, 2025. And the chart is loud in a very specific way today. Not chaotic, not random, but intentionally amplified. Sagittarius is rising at just under 7 degrees, which means we're starting the day with Sagittarius energy in the Sagittarius decan, but with an Aquarius Dawad underneath it. So, right away, this isn't just about personal belief or personal direction. This is belief energy that wants perspective, bigger context, wider lens. Sagittarius asks, what do I believe? Aquarius underneath it asks, and how does that belief affect the collective? That question matters today because the first house is absolutely packed. So, in the first house, this is where things are becoming embodied identity, presence, how you show up. And today is full. We've got Mercury at 8 degrees of Sag, the moon at 9 degrees of Sag, Venus at 22 degrees of Sag, the sun at 26 degrees of Sag, the part of fortune at 24 degrees of Sag, Juno at 25 degrees of Sag, and Mars, newly in Capricorn, still in the Capricorn decan and Dawad. This is not subtle energy by any means. This is a day where thoughts, feelings, values, commitments, identity, and action are all happening in the same room. And Mercury conjunct the moon means your mind and emotions are speaking to each other, but they're also loud. You might say things before you fully process them or realize how you feel by hearing yourself talk. Listening to yourself will help bring clarity. Venus and Juno, this close to the sun, is saying that this is a day where relationships, agreements, and values are being illuminated. Some people are realizing what they actually want, and others are realizing what they've been tolerating. And the sun, in these later degrees of Sag, this is belief energy that's being tested, not theoretical anymore. What you say you believe needs to line up with what you're actually living. And, well, we remember Mars has just entered Capricorn a few days ago, and it's still at the beginning of the sign, and this is indicative of a shift. Mars in Sagittarius was acting on instinct, passion, conviction, but Mars in Capricorn is acting with intention, with awareness of consequences. So even though the chart is loud, the action part of today is not reckless, it's deliberate. In the fourth house, we still have Saturn in Pisces, Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces, and the North Node in Pisces. So this is a deep-rooted, emotional, subconscious terrain. Neptune at that anaretic degree is finishing something. This isn't about confusion anymore. It's about what illusions can no longer be sustained. And I would also add delusions and illusions. And with Saturn here too, the question underneath today is, what am I actually building my emotional foundation on? Not what sounds good, not what sounds comforting, what is actually real. Now, let's talk about the aspects that give today its edge. Chiron square Jupiter is still building. So that's the wound of, am I allowed to grow this big? Especially around your beliefs, truth-telling, confidence, and visibility. And Juno square Saturn is separating, but still active. Commitments are being tested for realism. Some promises can't be kept the way they were originally made, and that's not really a failure on anyone's part. It's more about making adjustments. And Jupiter is building up a quincunx with Venus. Expansion doesn't feel aligned with comfort today, y'all. Growth may require giving something up, or at least reprioritizing, making some changes, whatever needs to be done. And Saturn square the moon is still close enough to feel. Emotions don't get to run the show unchecked. There's a maturity being asked for in this space. So maturity is on the radar. Black Moon Lilith is still sitting at the very end of Scorpio at that anaretic degree. And this is raw truth energy, the stuff that people don't want to say, but also they can't keep swallowing it down. You can't hold it back any longer. And even though the exact opposition to Uranus has passed, there's still like an aftershock in the room. If something's been itching deep and you can't seem to get to scratch it, if you've been sensing manipulation, if there have been power struggles, or if you're just picking up on unspoken motives, well, today doesn't let you ignore that, but it does give you clarity about how you should respond. So, here's a practical takeaway for today. Here's how you can use this energy. This is not a day to force agreement, rush decisions, or perform certainty that you don't really feel. This is a day to speak honestly but thoughtfully. Notice where belief and behavior don't match, and choose actions that you can stand on and stand by later. Sagittarius wants truth. The Aquarius underneath wants integrity. Mars in Capricorn wants follow through. You don't have to do everything today, but what you do choose to do should be done with intention and purpose. So, that's today's Daily Drip. If this resonated with you, sit with it. Notice what conversations stand out, and notice where you feel clearer, not louder, not quieter, just clearer. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you.